Dear family members, my pranams to you. For the last 8 episodes, we were discussing about the God concept, temple concept, and a concept in avatar, how a human being can elevate himself to the level of God, or what we say, the qualities of God. Now, when we further proceed in understanding Hindu Dharma, the God concept in Hinduism, based on what we have listened, what we have learned, we have to understand two more very important words. Now we can say we used to use the words mother. Mother is for our mother who gave us the birth, and motherly qualities, mother and motherly, father, fatherly figure, brother, brotherly affection. So brother and brotherly, father and fatherly, and motherly words are related but not the same. So for Hinduism, everything is the manifestation of the God, but everything is not God. Say for example, Ishavasyam idam sarvam yat kinjat jagatyam jagad. Whatever is available in this world, all those things are the manifestation of the God. So they are not God, but they are divine in nature. So we have to learn two things, and we have to teach our children also. God is the omnipotent, omnipresent divine power. Ekam eva advitiyam. Advitiyam means not two. Ekameva, only one. One and only one. Ekam sad vipraha bahuda vadanti. People may say in different ways, but that sat, truth, fact and essence is only one. One and only one. Jala Chandravata. The moon is only one, but its reflection in different waters are manifold. So Surya Chandravata or Surya Jalavata. The sun is only one sun, whereas its reflection can be seen in the sea, in the river, in the channel, in the water, on the roadside, everywhere you can see. So Tvam Indraha, Tvam Vayu, Tvam Surya, Tvam Vashatkaraha, Tvam Vishnu, Purushapara. You are all one, only one, in different names or different forms. So God is only one, but its manifestation is many. So when I say God, and when I use the word divine, when you go higher level of understanding the God concept in Hindu Dharma, everything is the manifestation of the God, so they are divine in nature. Tulasi is not God but divine. Cow is not God but divine. Sun is not God but divine. Earth. I am Mata Prithvi Putroham Pradivya. This earth is my mother. I am the son of this earth. So, earth. Prithvi Tvayadrita Loka Devi Tvam Vishnunadrita Tvam cha dharaya mam Devi Pavitram Kurushasanam. You are being protected by the cosmic system and you are supporting us. So, make our ventures, our work, Pavitram, pure and holy. So, earth, we should not say, we cannot say as God, but manifestation of the God so divine in nature. In Hindi, Ishwar, Ishwariya, Deva, Daivika. So air is divine in nature. So we have to keep it pure and clean, without which we cannot survive in the world. Water is not God, water is divine in nature. But the difference between the God and the divinity or divine cannot be easily understood at lower level. So for their understanding, for a common man's understanding, we say cow is God, Tulasi is God, banyan tree is God, earth is God, sun is God, air is God. Namaste Vayo. Tvameva pratyaksham brahmasi, tvameva pratyaksham brahma vadishyami, ridam vadishyami, satyam vadishyami, tanmam avadu tadvaktaram avadu, avadu mam avadu vaktaram. I say that you are divine in nature, O air. Namaste Vayo. Vayo means O air. I am doing my pranams to you because you are the divine power existing in the earth, which is responsible for the life on the earth. So remember that God and divine, these two words are related. How related? God is present in X, so X is divine. God that is present in the cow, so cow is divine. All whatever is responsible for the existence and survival of living and non-living being in the universe, they are all manifestation of the God, so they are divine. So now you can explain everything to your children. A book, because it gives you knowledge, the book is not God, but it is divine. Just like I say, brother and brotherly, father and fatherly, God and divine, godliness. May be correct or wrong, but the word. So, divine. My mother, Madra Devo Bhava, mother is divine for me. Father is divine, Pitra Devo Bhava. Atidhi, the guest who is coming without taking appointment, is divine to me. So, an idol is divine. Through the idol, I am looking into the God beyond the idol. Just like that, just like through the mirror, I am looking myself. I am not looking to the mirror for watching the mirror, but through the mirror, I am watching myself. Through the idol, I am watching the omnipotent, omnipresent divine power beyond the idol. So idol is divine, idol is not God. Knowledge is divine, but knowledge is not God. Book is divine, it need not be God. But For a common man, if I am using two words, divine and God, it will be very difficult for him to identify or distinguish between the divine and God. So we use, for a common man, everything is God. Everything is God. So Varuna Devata, the nature is also divine, and natural forces are also divine, because manifestation of the God. A flower is divine because it is the manifestation of the nature. Nature itself is divine because nature is the place where the God exists. So we have to understand two words, God and divine. Lord Rama as incarnation is divine. Lord Krishna as an incarnation is divine. But for a common man, identifying Lord Krishna as divine and somebody says God, confusion exists. For avoiding the confusion, we can say at lower level, Lord Krishna is God. Now you see, if you are showing the globe earth to the children, we tell this is earth. We tell them at lower level, this globe is earth. But when the students grow up, we say this is globe, not earth. So at lower level we use the word earth for the globe. At higher level we use the word globe for globe. Like that, everything as far as we are concerned, Anoraniyan Mahado Mahiyan Atma Guhayam Nikitosya Jindo, from minutest atom up to the biggest cosmic system, everything is the manifestation of the God. So all are divine, including the life force present in the living system. Yedo vacho nivartande aprapya manasa saha. The God cannot be seen, God cannot be heard, God cannot be smelled, God cannot be tasted, God cannot be touched. So we cannot really imagine about the God. We cannot imagine at all. Aprapya manasa saha. We cannot imagine about the God in our mind. So we cannot explain what is meant by God. We cannot explain. Yedo vacho nivartande. Words will be coming back because we cannot explain, because we cannot imagine, create an image in our mind. So God is that omnipotent, omnipresent divine power that is present in everything, and that God can be explained only in comparative way. How, when you reach higher level, if somebody is asking you what is the taste of banana, then you will say it is sweet. But jackfruit is sweet. So is jackfruit banana? Is apple banana? Is orange banana? Is plum cake banana? Is jaggery banana? Sugar banana? If such a question is asked, what you will say? Sugar is not banana, jaggery is not banana, apple is not banana, pineapple is not banana, orange is not banana, jackfruit is not banana. You can say not. That is known as neti. Not that. So then when you are asking the question, what is meant by banana? What is banana? then you have to taste it and tell banana can only be experienced and its taste cannot be explained. So God cannot be explained. It can only experienced when you get yourself elevated into a higher position. But for a common man, it need to be explained. Otherwise, he cannot imagine that. Just like we make the structure of an atom with the protons, neutrons, electrons, mesons, pi mesons and so on. We have to put small different colored spherical shaped globes and tell this is proton, this is neutron, this is electron and so on. For a common boy and girl that is needed. Whereas when you go to higher level, these are all clouds, matters, which can be imagined when you get yourself elevated into a higher position. Exactly like that. When you say billions of galaxies, it is very difficult for a common man to imagine the galaxy, the solar system, the atom. And when you reach at a higher level, the words of imagination is given. Nadatra Suryo Bhadi. The God is the one where the light of the sun is nothing. So the light of that God, that is so bright, far higher than the sun. Nadatra Suryo Bhadi. Na Chandrataragam. Nema Vidyuto Bhandi Kutoyam Agnihi Tameva Bhandam Anubhadi Sarvam Tasya Bhasa Vishwamidam Vibhadi. It gives, it emits light and it glows, it shines, and it is responsible for the light present in everything. It gives life force. Like that it can be explained at a higher level, but at lower level it is very difficult. So remember that God is one word, divine is another word. Now from today onwards, teach your children God we cannot see, we cannot explain. So we give the word, just like we cannot see the air, just like we cannot see the smell, but feel it. We can feel it. We cannot see the smell. We cannot see the atom. We cannot see the whole universe with our naked eyes. Still, we name them as atom, proton, neutron, electron, air, and so on. We name them. Like that, we name the God as God. But the manifestation of the God, that we call divine. So teach today's lesson to your children. Saraswati is the symbolic presentation of knowledge. So knowledge is divine. Sambat, prosperity, is Lakshmi. It is the symbolic presentation of God. So divine. Shakti, power, is symbolic presentation. We call it Parvati, but divine. Shakti Aradhana, divine. So all whatever we see here, they are divine. So I am also divine. When I say Aham Brahmasmi, does not mean I am God. When I say Tattvamasi, does not mean you are God. It only means I am divine, you are also divine, all living and non-living beings are divine. Shrinvandu Vishwe Amardasya Putra. Since divine power is in you, you are the manifestation of the God, you are the children of immortality. You are the children of immortality. Shrinvandu Vishwe Amritasya Putra. Amritasya Putra, children of or son of immortality. I think it is clear. Now with one more class, we will be just concluding about Indian spirituality. And the nature is manifestation of God. So all the forces responsible for creation that we call Brahma, all the forces responsible for the maintenance, we call it as Vishnu. All the natural forces responsible for the destruction, we call Lord of Destruction, Mahadeva Shankara. Idova imani bhutani jayande, from where all these things are getting their birth, the force which is responsible for the birth of the system, we put one name, Brahma. All the forces which are responsible for the maintenance of the system, we symbolically called it as Mahavishnu, Mahadeva. All the forces, whether it is a tree or microorganism or a worm or a bird or human being or an elephant, even an atom has got life, and even an atom has got existence for a limited period. 10 raised to 38 years. 10 raised to 38 years, it is said, by then the air with that air molecule will die. Even a planet has got life. A solar system has got life. A star has got life. It will end trillions and trillions of years after its birth. So the forces responsible for the annihilation or destruction, we call it as Mahadeva Shankara. So Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, three forces existing in the nature. Trimurti, Sankalpa. And beyond that, the whole cosmic system. That cosmic system, Prapancha Purusha Sankalpa. So when you reach at a higher level, the ordinary God concept will vanish. The whole cosmic system itself will be brought into the mind for imagination. Whole cosmic system will be brought into the mind for imagination when you get yourself elevated into a higher position. But at lower level, one cannot imagine about the atom, one cannot imagine about the solar system, one cannot imagine about the cosmic system. So naturally, we cannot explain at lower level what is meant by Prapancha Purusha. And that Prapancha Purusha is both God and divine. Further you go up, the last point we say Brahma Chaitanyam, the force responsible, the power, the energy, the intrinsic inherent awareness present in the cosmic system. We also call it as Paramatma, Parabrahma, which cannot be imagined even when you get yourself elevated intellectually, because it cannot be imagined at all. That's why you have to go to Himalayas and do the tapascharya for the realization of that divine power. So naturally it cannot be imagined by an ordinary man, even an educated man. Even an educated man, it cannot be imagined. So the final point is the point where human beings attain the highest position. Then only you will be realizing Tamakradu Pashyadi Vida Shogo Dadu Prasadan Mahimanamisham. Once you know the omnipotent, omnipresent, divine power, Paramatma Chaitanya, when I tell this to you, remember that I am not getting that experiential knowledge. I am only explaining to you just like anybody explains after reading a book. After reading a book, we explain something. Like that I am explaining. So experiential knowledge is the final point, which only very, very few people could reach that level. 1 out of a billion. That too get births in one Mahayuga or tens of thousands of years. We are ordinary people. But one thing is very sure, even though we cannot go to the sun, even though we cannot go to the moon, we can explain about the sun, we can explain about the moon. It is sure that you cannot go to Mars, but we can explain about the Mars. Even if we cannot go to America, we can explain about America. Even if we cannot go to the Pluto or Neptune, we can explain about Neptune and Pluto as somebody else has learned it and explained it. Based on others' explanation, we are explaining it to you about America, Sun, Moon, Mars, Neptune or Pluto. Exactly like that, the really experienced great rishis have explained what is meant by Paramatma Chaitanya and Parabrahma Chaitanya, taking their words. I am explaining to you, or any common man, common scholars explain it to you. But getting the realization and actualization of that one is beyond our level, because we are living in a common world. So one more class will be there about the Hinduism study class on God concept, and after that we will be going to some other subject. Thank you very much.